Have you ever woken up from a dream so visceral that reality felt like the illusion? I had one of those experiences recently, but it felt less like a dream and more like a warning. My name is Avery, and I am a young billionaire pilot with too much time and money on my hands. This is the terrifying true story of how I vanished into the most mysterious place on Earth. Before I unravel this mystery, please destroy that like button and subscribe for more insane stories. Let's rewind to the beginning where the trouble actually started. My best friend Mila and I were in my walk-in closet preparing for an exclusive island party. I was mentally debating which private jet to take while Mila lectured me about my dating life. She was furious that I had rejected my 8th millionaire suitor in a single afternoon. Avery, you reject men like it is a biological reflex, she groaned, throwing a dress on the bed. A-listers, oil heirs, young CEOs, and even that prince with the unpronounceable name. She looked at me with genuine confusion in her eyes. Girl, tell me honestly, what exactly are you looking for in a partner? I slid my hand along the cold metal of my jet's wing, admiring its engineering. I don't know, Mila, maybe I am just looking for something that money can't buy. I want someone who can make my heart feel like it is skydiving without a parachute. Mila rolled her eyes so hard I thought they would get stuck. That sounds like a medical condition called arrhythmia, not love. Exactly, I laughed. The world is too big to settle for a guy just because he owns a mega yacht. Maybe you just haven't met the right one yet, Mila sighed, sipping her drink. Who knows, he could be hiding in the most unexpected, dark, and creepy place. Oh, I actually like the sound of that danger, I teased. Suddenly, the heavy hangar doors burst open and my head bodyguard stormed in. He was flanked by 2 other walking towers of muscle who looked very serious. Miss Avery, your father strictly said no flights without a co-pilot or protection team. Not to brag, but I have spent more hours in the stratosphere than in math class. That was with supervision, Miss Avery, he insisted, crossing his massive arms. Oh please, just let me have this one flight alone, I pleaded with my best puppy eyes. Ma'am, this is serious, you cannot be late for the gala. Sorry boys, I winked, hitting the button to close the jet door. Mila scrambled in after me, gripping her matcha tea like it was a holy relic. Are we actually doing this without security? She whispered, terrified. Yep, I am cutting the trackers and radio signals, so try not to scream. Why do I insist on hanging out with you? She asked, buckling her seatbelt frantically. Because you love me, and I bought you that 24-karat gold-plated PS5. Mila paused. Okay, fair point, let's fly. We were up in the clouds in under 60 seconds, breaking the sound barrier. The sky was a canvas of orange and purple as the sun began to set. Have you ever wondered what the actual edge of the world looks like? I asked. No, Avery, normal people wonder about skincare and what their cats are thinking. You are the only one obsessed with wormholes and unmapped airspace. Be careful what you wish for, Aviator Barbie, she warned me. But that was the thing about me, I was addicted to the unknown. I loved chasing things that most people were too terrified to even look at. We were nearing the party island, and I could already imagine the boring music. I would rather keep flying into the void than talk to boring rich guys. How about we ditch the party and go somewhere else? I suggested mischievously. Where? The edge of the freaking world? Mila asked sarcastically. Exactly, I grinned, banking the jet sharply to the left. You are joking, right? Please tell me you are joking, Mila panicked. Just a few more loops and then we will turn back, I promise. Girl, I swear on my last will, you are going to regret this. My parents won't be back for 3 days. I have to make the most of this freedom. I whipped a U-turn midair and just let the engine roar. It was just me, the infinite sky, and my best friend screaming her lungs out. Suddenly, the radar went black and the controls seized up. I spotted a massive flock of birds charging straight at us like feathered missiles. They did not look like normal birds, they were glowing and aggressive. Uh-oh. Avery, pull up, pull up. Mila screamed. I tried steering away, but the yoke was frozen solid. The birds slammed into the windshield and everything went dark. When I opened my eyes, the smell of jet fuel was replaced by damp earth. I wasn't in my cockpit anymore, I was lying on cold grass. I sat up, heart pounding in my ears like a war drum. No Mila, no jet, no wreckage. Just weird, twisted trees and ancient ruins scattered everywhere. Where am I? I whispered, panic rising in my throat. If something happened to Mila, I would never forgive myself. I reached for my phone, but my pockets were empty. I scrambled up and immediately heard a sad squish under my designer boot. Please don't be poop. Please don't be poop, I prayed. I looked down. Yep, it was definitely poop. Great, I love that for me. Truly a billionaire lifestyle moment. I had no time to emotionally process the poop situation right now. I needed to find Mila, or a working cell tower, or a road. I didn't survive elite boarding school just to die in a muddy forest. I took a shaky step forward and glanced up at the sky. I froze at the sight of a massive moon hanging impossibly low. It was so close I felt like I could reach out and high-five it. Its bluish-purple light drenched the forest, making everything look alien. I tensed up when I heard a rustling sound in the bushes nearby. I spun around and gasped when a creature stepped out. It was a deer, but it was glowing with bioluminescent patterns. It stared right into my soul with eyes that held ancient wisdom. Then, it turned and pranced away into the thick mist. Being the curious disaster that I am, I decided to follow it. As I walked, I noticed giant deer sculptures peeking out from the fog. Was I at the edge of the world, or just hallucinating? The deer stopped at a cliff where old stone shrines stood. My heart jumped in relief when I spotted a woman kneeling there. She had long, ethereal purple hair spilling over her shoulders. But wait, were those actual elf ears poking through her hair? And she had antlers on her head. Surely that was just a headband. The glowing deer walked up to her and nuzzled her hand gently. She smiled and leaned her forehead against its nose affectionately. It was a beautiful, magical moment, like nature therapy. As the deer trotted away, the woman suddenly spoke without turning. The forest whispers loudly when someone new arrives. She stood up and turned to face me, her eyes glowing. Before I could speak, she morphed into a bird and flew away. Shapeshifters are real? I shouted into the void. Hey, wait! Come back! I yelled, chasing after the bird. I ran until I heard a haunting lullaby echoing through the trees. I stumbled into a flower field that looked unnaturally perfect. In the middle, another woman was twirling under the moonlight. She wore a lacy eye mask and a dress that screamed high fashion. I hid behind a tree, mesmerized by her eerie beauty. She tilted her head toward my hiding spot and smiled.
Did you enjoy the dance?
Hi, sorry to crash your midnight ritual, I stammered, stepping out. I literally fell out of the sky and I am very lost. You heard it, didn't you? She asked, her voice like velvet.
Are you prepared?
Heard what? I asked, looking around nervously. The moon's lullaby. I used to be the only one who could hear it. In a split second, she teleported right in front of my face. Until you showed up, she whispered, sending chills down my spine. My soul instantly left my body. There was no walking involved. The moment I blinked, she vanished into thin air. Before I could process that, shadowy figures emerged from the dark. They were reddish, glitching silhouettes lunging at me. I screamed and ran for my life, dodging trees and roots. I crashed into a mossy statue and ducked behind it to hide. Through the fog, I saw gravestones. I was in a graveyard. Just when I thought it couldn't get creepier, a blue light flickered. A man was walking through the mist holding an old lantern. He wore a long black overcoat and looked incredibly dangerous. Excuse me. Sir? Fog guy. I called out desperately. He didn't respond, just kept walking with a soldier's rhythm. I ran up to him and my heart did a somersault. He looked like he hadn't slept in centuries, but was still hot. Am I dead?
Are you really
Are
him?
you the Grim Reaper?
The one they call the Undying?
I asked breathlessly. He leaned in, the lantern light illuminating his tired eyes. I wish, he muttered in a deep, gravelly voice. So, a vampire then? I asked, covering my neck instinctively.
Really, Avery?
Unfortunately no, but your neck does look tempting, he smirked. My internal organs did a little dance at his voice. Okay, look, I am lost, scared, and possibly hallucinating. I need to get out of here. Can you help me? He stared at me with calculation, assessing if I was a threat. He turned and kept walking, so I followed him like a duckling. We headed toward a towering lighthouse on a distant hill. Is there an airport here?
But it gets spotty
A
near the cliffs.
helipad?
And remember, the
A
towels are weekly,
Starbucks?
not daily.
I
So the
babbled.
Wi-Fi is included.
Can I borrow your phone for 5 seconds? He stopped abruptly, causing me to almost bump into him. I guard the borders of this dying land
Stay
from
close,
outsiders
Avery.
like you.
The fog is thick tonight.
Are you
Outsiders?
serious? I am literally
Do I
wearing
look like an
thousands of
invader
dollars
to
in
you?
designer gear right now.
I scoffed.
You
He
actually
scanned
paid
my
for this.
designer outfit and shook
What?
his head. You look like a
unfortunate that
lost
you've come all
soul
this way for
stumbling
nothing.
through chaos. That sounded poetic and insulting, I retorted. What is your name?
Do this, Vladimir.
I
Turn
demanded.
around and face me.
Names are a
You do well
luxury,
to stay
he
put.
replied
The
darkly.
fog tends to claim them.
Okay,
Eureka.
I will call you Vladimir then, I decided.
Gotcha.
He shot me a death glare, and I weirdly blushed. Keep talking and I will make
You
you
really
sleep
shouldn't have come here
permanently,
tonight.
he threatened.
Now you're mine.
Did you just threaten me? Okay, sipping it, I mimed locking my lips. He looked past my shoulder, his eyes widening slightly. I turned and saw the shadow creeps slipping out of the mist. Vladimir stepped in front of me, raising his lantern like a sword. You are looking for the wrong person. Be gone, he commanded. The lantern flared, blasting the shadows away with holy light. He leaned down and whispered, "Stay out of the dark if you want to live."
Do not.
Then he stepped into the fog and vanished, leaving me alone again. Wait! Don't leave me! I screamed, but he was gone. I wandered until I found a rowboat tied to a rotting post. I climbed in, hoping to row to civilization. I was
Why can't I
terrible
get
at
this
rowing. I went
We
in
are
circles for
literally
an
going in
hour.
circles.
Finally, I hit a shore, but was immediately surrounded by monsters. I closed my eyes, accepting my fate, and then everything went black. I woke up to the smell of bleach and the hum of machinery. I was strapped to a surgical table in a hospital gown. A creepy surgeon with blue hair and a mask walked in. He
Don't
was
worry,
holding a
this will
drill
only
and looked
sting
way
for a
too
moment.
excited.
Fascinating.
Awake at last,
finally
he
awake,
said
Avery.
smoothly.
Let's see how long you last.
Who are
Any
you?
idea who I am?
Why am I
Father finds
dressed
out
for
about this,
surgery?
you're all finished.
I yelled.
The weak
Curiosity
fear my methods,
demands
but true
sacrifice,
progress requires
and you are my
sacrifice.
new
We must
specimen.
break these limits.
When my
Touch
lawyers
me
are
and my
finished with you,
lawyers will
Doctor, you
destroy
won't have
your
a penny
existence,
left.
I
I'll make
threatened.
sure you regret the day.
Behold,
You are in my
the culmination of
sanctuary
my
now,
life's
a
work,
place for
the
correcting
sanctuary of
flaws.
science, where the impossible.
He raised a syringe that glowed with ominous green liquid.
Such a
I
brave
assure you,
face.
you will
Let's see
be
if
my
your blood
greatest
sings the same tune,
experiment.
little bird.
Suddenly, the door burst open and a young boy wheeled in a tank.
You really
Apologies,
shouldn't have left this lying
doctor.
around,
I
Doc.
heard you needed more air, the boy said.
Put that down right now.
The boy shot the tank, causing a massive explosion of gas. He unstrapped me quickly amidst the chaos.
We have to
Run!
go through the high window.
Take the
It's our
window
only
and
chance.
jump, he shouted. Who are you? I asked, coughing in the smoke. Someone who survived him. Now go, he pushed me. I sprinted to the window and launched myself into the night. I landed on top of a moving garbage truck, bruising my ribs. The truck dumped me in a scrapyard filled with broken robots. I spotted a busted electric scooter and tried to hotwire it. A girl who looked like an evil porcelain doll blocked my path. Where do you think you are going? She sneered.
Retrieve the target now.
Home, is that a problem?
What are you looking at?
I
doll
snapped
face?
back.
You ruined my scoop.
I have a problem with errors, and you are an error. She summoned a giant robot that loomed over me. My friend here removes trash. She laughed maniacally. The robot raised a claw to crush me, and I braced for impact. A massive steel beam suddenly smashed the robot's arm off. He looked like a modern knight in shining armor. You all right?
Gotcha. Come on, take
Hang
my hand.
in there, he said with a charming smile. He fought off the robot and the doll girl vanished. More shadow creatures appeared, surrounding us completely. Let's move, he said, scooping me up effortlessly. He ran with insane speed, carrying me like a feather. We reached the docks and boarded his massive ship.
The name
I am
is
Victor, he introduced
Remember it,
himself as
'cause
we
I'm the
set
man who will
sail.
conquer this ocean. This
I
mission is
came here to
paramount.
reclaim
We
what was
find the
taken from
Leviathan's heart
us.
tonight, or we perish.
I was suspicious but grateful as I put on a spare shirt. The shirt was huge, but it smelled like sandalwood and safety. We had to dock at a town for repairs, which made me nervous. We met a local named Nell at a diner. She had an eye tattoo.
We've got the route plan.
I need a jet. Do you know where to find one? I asked. The craft shop might have something experimental, she shrugged. At the shop, while Victor talked to Nell, I stepped outside. I bumped straight into Vladimir, the graveyard hottie. You are not safe with them, he warned
We
urgently.
need to get out of here right now.
Victor stepped out.
from her,
She
Vladimir.
stays
You
with
won't
me,
touch her while I'm
lantern guy.
Oh, the hero.
That is not your call, Vladimir growled back. Two hot guys fighting over me was a dream, but also terrifying. Suddenly, a glamorous woman in glasses appeared in the alley. She held a sign, "Real answers this way." I followed her into a cafe that was completely empty. She sipped boba tea and looked at me with amusement. Where am I? How do I leave?
Don't play games with me.
I
What did you do with
demanded.
the files?
Let's
Try
just
the
enjoy
tea
the
first.
shall we?
It is divine, she deflected.
Avery,
She
look at
started
this. It's gonna
talking
be
about
huge.
making
We're
me
talking
a pop
red carpets,
idol.
flashing lights, my name.
Are you
If
a
really
witch
think
or a
about it,
talent
sandwich is
scout?
just a deconstructed cake,
I
right? So
asked,
why can't I order the
frustrated.
tuna melt for dessert?
The answers are beneath us, she pointed to a trapdoor.
It's an
The
earthquake.
cafe
Get
shook
under
as
the table.
enemies surrounded the building.
Look out, the
I
Don't wait up,
opened the
boys.
hatch
I'm
and jumped
taking the
down
scenic
into a
route.
cave. I saw a jet, but it was just a tiny toy model. She tricked me. I screamed as moonlight flooded the cave. Everyone I met suddenly appeared, surrounding me. You are the vessel, one shouted.
The roots.
You are the experiment, the doctor
data
yelled.
must be collected.
No one owns me. I screamed, power surging through me. I found a hidden tunnel and sprinted until I saw the sky. A real jet was there, and Mila was waving frantically inside.
Hurry up!
Get in, let's go, she screamed. I jumped in and we blasted off just as the mob arrived.
We will get you next.
Freedom at last. I cheered, tears streaming down my face.
Yes.
Suddenly, I jolted awake in a hospital bed in the real world. My parents were crying, holding my hands tight. Mila walked in with a cast on her arm, smiling weakly. "Welcome
I'm right
back,
here with you.
Aviator Barbie,"
Just rest
she
and-
whispered.
Get better.
It had been a 3-month coma after our crash.
And then the
Later,
dragon was, like,
I
the
told
size of
Mila
the
my
yacht. He was
entire
over there.
crazy
And then it turned into
dream
this
in
tiny little
detail.
teacup pig wearing a monocle.
That sounds exactly like the new Genshin Impact update, she said. She showed me the trailer for the new region Natlan. The mist, the lighthouse, the characters, it was all there. Wait, give me that controller, I demanded, grabbing the gamepad. I need to go back and find my graveyard hottie.
Too late.
Reality is boring anyway. I am ready for round 2.